Hello and welcome to Coffee with Carey. Thank you for stopping by today. This is the long-awaited follow-up episode that I have been trying to make for things just keep coming up. But I wanted to address again the fact that my how to avoid dating app scams, romance scammers, online dating app scams, that video has quite a few views and a lot of comments. And when you look at the comment section, I'm constantly every day addressing somebody who is coming there to mention to me that if only you check this documentation, or, oh, could you please talk to my friend because she's doing everything here and talking to somebody who's living overseas. And this really could be a quick tip. I don't know if it's going to be a quick tip, but a quick tip video would suffice because it's super simple if you follow just a few basic rules. I promise you, nobody will be able to scam you. No dating app scammers, no romance scammers, nobody's taking any of your money. If only you would follow these couple rules I'm going to lay out for you one more time here. And I think this could really be helpful, so stick around. That's what we're talking about. Really, it makes sense to you that he would want to talk to you while he's in another country and he can't get together? Or it makes sense that he would just need a little bit of money, or somebody wants to send you something to prove they are who they said they are? I mean, literally, stop! No, please. I can't take it anymore. It's super easy. What is it you're looking for? Are you looking for a pen pal? Because I can understand if you're looking for somebody out of the country to exchange pleasantries or create some type of a long distance relationship through the internet, then I understand why a dating scammer may be a problem for you to avoid, because that's how they do business, from somewhere else far away where they're never going to meet you. But if you meet them, you've avoided the whole scammer thing. If they can't meet you, then why talk to them if you want somebody to date in real life? So let's just back this up a little bit and say that somebody messages you and they say, oh, I'm out of the country. And you say, well, message me when you're back. I'm sorry, you're gonna type, message me when you're back in the country. I don't talk to people outside the country. Or, oh, I'm away on business. Well, when you're back from business, check back in with me. Delete. There are so many people in the world. We don't need to be talking to people in the military out of the country, on oil rigs out of the country. We don't need to be talking to anybody who is not in our general vicinity of 30 to 50 miles at the most, who can, and here's the important part, who can meet us within the next week for a cup of coffee, glass of wine, drink somewhere, an appetizer. If they can't do that, the conversation is over. Let that sink in. If this person can't make plans with you to get out, see you in person, to show up within the week, you are not talking to them. And that is the easiest way to avoid a scammer. They can't scam you if you're not talking to them. And you're not talking to them unless you've met them. And if they can't meet you within a week, oh, you seem really great. Oh, you live in the town over? Great. Let's do coffee this weekend. I'll meet you on Sunday afternoon at blah, blah coffee shop or Starbucks. They're like, oh, I can't do that. All right, why? I've got a trip coming up. All right, well, let me know when you're back in town and you can do that. Do you continue talking to this person until they're back in town and can meet you at Starbucks? No, because they have not proven that they are a person who is going to meet you within a week. You only talk to people who are going to meet you within a week. And as soon as that's not on the table, you cut off communication. My rules for creating a relationship through the dating apps is that you exchange a couple messages on the app to flirt a little bit or be a little charming, to ask a couple questions about something that they posted on their profile that was put there to create a conversation. And then you get off the app by giving this person your phone number. And then you can talk on the telephone, because if they're a real person nearby in your country, they're allowed to call you and their phone number will show up and it will be your area code and it will be nearby. And you can either talk on the phone and have a nice little 20-minute chat to see if you like their energy and their vibe, and if they say things that sound interesting to you and sound like somebody you would like to meet. And then at the end of that call, or you could do video, I should mention, then, or you could, instead of doing the telephone, you could also do a FaceTime chat on your phone or a Zoom call like we've all been doing for work. It's lovely. I have lots of videos up on how to do a Zoom video date. They're a great experience and a great way to get to know people. So you can do that in lieu of the phone call. And at the end of that call, what do? You plan a date for within the next 5 to 7 days. I mean, it could be 2 days, but sometime within the next 7 days, you will have a date planned. And do you need to be communicating every day up until that date happens? No, you can just say, oh, we're going to meet on Sunday. Great. Why don't you give me a call Sunday morning and we'll just double check and make sure that we're still on the same page. You don't want to be stood up. So you can touch base a day or two or the day of just to make sure the plan is still as scheduled. And in the middle, you're not going to be investing more time in a person you haven't met. Why would you do that? We are not here to invest ourselves in somebody who is not willing to show up for us. We won't know if they're willing or not until they actually do it. So communication is off the table until you're communicating with them right across from you and you're sharing a cup of coffee, and that's real dating communication. Now you don't have to worry about somebody being a group of scammers instead of just one person, a group of men taking turns talking to you from behind a computer in another country, wooing you. I know some people won't want to hear this, but this is a reality check for all of us. No matter how great you are, no matter how wonderful, and I'm sure you are because your friends love you, your family thinks you're amazing. Talking to somebody on the internet is not the way that people fall in love with one another. So no matter how great you are, somebody telling you after a week or two that they're falling in love with you and complimenting you like crazy just because you've typed a bunch of stuff to them is not natural. It's not true, and it's not safe for you. That is what scammers do. You may be great, but nobody is falling in love with you from behind a computer screen, no matter how great you are. And especially not if that person is a famous person. That's happened recently to somebody who messaged me. They thought they were talking to a country music star that they admire. Why would this person have all this time to be talking to you? Don't they have work to do or a life? Well, if they're a group of male scammers, they don't have work. You are the work. You are their job, is for them to hand off to each other throughout the day. So they're always available to chat with you and pretend they are somebody other than a group of men in a foreign country looking to empty your bank account. So again, I just wrap this up by reminding you, nobody is falling in love with you without meeting you in person. You are not going to be falling for anybody without meeting them in person. And this meeting in person thing should happen within a week of first connecting with another human being who says they're also interested in finding a partner for a relationship. And if you follow just that one piece of advice I gave you, your money will be safe, because who would be sending their money to somebody while they're waiting to go have coffee at the end of the week? That's just not going to happen. So you don't need to have them send you documentation, their driver's license, their birth certificate, their picture of their passport. Why would you need any of this if you're meeting them for coffee within the next 5 days? That's how normal people meet. They meet people who live near them, who are looking for an in-person relationship and not a long-distance pen pal. So keep that in mind, protect yourself, And if you need to see the original episode that I posted a while back on dating scams, I will put a link to it right here. And you can take a gander at that and some of the ways that people are being taken advantage of and their bank accounts emptied by scammers across the world, taking advantage of women, especially older women over 50, by the billions of dollars. We don't even want to think about it. Just follow the rules. Follow the rules. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, give the episode a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you would. That would be cool, because then we can hang out again sometime. If you hit the ring bell, then you're notified every time I upload a new episode. And I'll look forward to seeing you back again soon. Until then, thank you and have a good one.